Still, it is not digestible to the people. India is a small country now. 1947, that is considered as a catastrophe for the Indian subcontinent, where all the countries in the subcontinent they got disconnected from their mainland, that is India. Okay, everywhere river Ganga and river Yamuna is worshipped everywhere. Either it is Mongolia or it is Afghanistan, Iran or Iraq, or it is Philippines or it is Vietnam or it is Malaysia, Indonesia. Everywhere river Ganga and river Yamuna is worshipped. I believe Indonesia, the 10,000 rupee or something like that, their symbol is Lord Ganesha or Lakshmi. This is what one of them. So, but problem started in 1947 when the India, the main region of India, that also called Gangetic Plain, that became disjointed from other part of the continent. Okay, and people cannot enter from here to there. If person enters from Afghanistan to Pakistan, then there is not a big crime. Still, it is not a big crime. If someone enters, then he will not go to jail for certain. If person from Burma he goes to Thailand, then again there is no very hardcore rule and regulation is there. But if person from anywhere, if he comes to India, then he may be confiscated. What he may be apprehended. Okay, confiscated. So he may be confiscated or he will be apprehended because the international law started working from the 1947. If any Indian goes to Pakistan, then it is up to Pakistan government what he treats. He can put him to jail or whatever. If Indian goes to Bangladesh, it is up to Bangladesh. Indian goes to Burma, it is up to Burma. But traditionally, it is seen that if Indian goes to Pakistan, then only problem is there. Otherwise, if Indian goes to Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka little bit is there hot. Otherwise, Burma onward, there is no problem as such. People go, people come. But anyone comes to India, then lot of English rule starts happening. Act this, act that, under this act, under that act. This drama started in 1947. Prior to that, there was no such drama. How you can say that? Anyone would ask me. 1947, the people in Pakistan and people in Bangladesh, they opted to become a different country. They did not want to live with India, and that's how it become a different country. Doesn't look like so. This is what being taught to Indians that in 1947 Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he decided that Pakistan and Bangladesh region should be away from India, being a Muslim dominated area. In that sense, 1947 division happened, and this division was a Muslim League was a party that was more or less it was owned by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and then it started from 1920 itself that Muslim League will take out part of India. This is what was considered, but does not look like that. This is what is the topic today. That this the partition of India happened all of a sudden. The question is arising. Partition of India in 1947. It happened all of a sudden, or it was known to Britishers much prior, and Britishers from the 10-year, 20-year, 30-year back only they had started bifurcating this country. This is a very very big question. Very, very big question. Why this is a big question? Because in 1947, 1 rupee was $1. No one was sleeping hungry. I'm not saying people were working in Microsoft and people were working in this company or that company. I'm not talking about that. India was India was Olympic champion and India was this champion and software and electronics industry and food processing industry and this industry that I'm not talking about that kind of development. I'm talking about food development. Means no one was sleeping hungry in 1947. 1 rupee was $1. Now 50% of Indians they sleep empty stomach. So this make to raise a question because because India became different country in 1947. In 1947, how India became two different country. 1947, if Britishers had divided the country, then Britishers would have made Parliament House and other house in Pakistan also. This was the nature of Britishers. Britishers, they forced democracy in the Indian subcontinent. In that sense, 1937, Britishers made Parliament House and other houses in Burma. People they do not know, in Rangoon was the capital of Burma. In 1937, Britishers they had built Parliament building in Burma, similar to Parliament in New Delhi that Britishers had built. But till 1947, means Burmese constitution and everything it had come. Britishers had divided India into two parts in 1937 itself. That was, but though in 1937 Burma was still under the control of Britishers, it did not become independent in 1937. The Burmese they kicked out Britishers in 1947-48 time frame. There was a big struggle from the 1937 onwards or 1939 onwards in Burma to kick out Britishers. But Britishers had built a parliament in Burma. Britishers had potentially divided the Indian subcontinent into Burma and India in 1937-39 time period only. But in 1947, if Britishers had divided India into Pakistan and India, they would have built parliament in Pakistan. But there was no parliament in the Pakistan. Now, 1947, India was more or less it was ruled by Prime Minister of the country, and he was Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, and he was the first Prime Minister of India in 1947. India declared itself as a sovereign country, and India declared it's an independent country. It has nothing to do with Britain and British Empire, and India became completely independent in 1947. If Britishers had divided Pakistan in parallel to Myanmar, Burma, they would have built everything in Pakistan, saying no, there are two different countries. It is not a big expenditure for them to make a building at least. But in 1947, very few people know that India, from the Indian subcontinent, the present India was carved out of it. The present subcontinent in 1947, it was called British India. From British India, this India was carved out of it. This is the actual scenario that happened in 1947. If India was carved out of it, the remaining portion was Bangladesh portion and Pakistan portion. They were still British India. In 1947, 14th August time frame, they were still British India. It was called Dominion of British. Dominion of British means the head of the state of Pakistan will be the monarchy of Britain only. Very few people know it. People know that in 1947 India came in two parts. One part was ruled by Jawaharlal Nehru and another part was ruled by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. This is what people know. But very few people know that in 1947, 14th August, then Pakistan was still the dominion of British. India became independent on 5th. So that's why there are two different dates. If Pakistan has to become an independent country, then on 15th August only they would have become two different states. Division happens at the same time, right? No one has seen division happens in two different times. This proves that one was sticking to the old region only. Something mismatch is happening. If amoeba get divided, it divided in same moment, not at if if any part is becoming two parts, they will become at the same moment. Not that one will be if one is coming out at one moment, then means it is something like big thing is remaining. It is a common sense, right? So in 1947, 14th August, the Pakistan was not a independent country. It was dominion of Britain. Dominion of Britain means head of the state of Pakistan was still the king or queen of Britain. Very few people know about it. And there was a governor general. Governor general was allocated to Delhi earlier. Now, there was a governor general in Pakistan who was reporting to Britain. I'm not saying Pakistan is a slave country and it was swinging its tail in front of Britain. This is what I'm not saying. What I'm trying to say, this proves if this is the scenario that from 1947 to 1956, that is 8 year time period or 9 year time period. During that, Pakistan was part of Britain only. Pakistan was not an independent country. In hurry furry, Jawaharlal Nehru was in hurry furry to become prime minister. Otherwise, Pakistan was purely, there was no Pakistan at all. It was dominion of Britain. Still, it was dominion. Prior to independence, full reason was dominion of Britain. This full reason was was kind of the head of the state of the full reason. They were reporting to the king or queen of Britain. 1947, India came out, but other part remained a dominion of Britain only. There was governor general into Pakistan. Prime minister were there and other were there, but it was the head of the state was Britain only. By 1946, it took 8 years time period to write the constitution of Pakistan. There was no constitution of Pakistan also. By 1956, constitution of Pakistan was ready. And that moment, then the new country came into picture in 1956 was called Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Pakistan became a country in 1956, not in 1947, 14th August. These are wrong dates. 14th August 1947, India dissociated that part from India. But that remained as the way it was. In 1956, new country came into the picture known as Islamic Republic of Pakistan. And it was in two parts. One was called East Pakistan, that is Bangladesh became later, and one was West Pakistan. And 1956 constitution was written Islamic Republic of Pakistan. The head of the state was Ayub Khan. Ayub Khan was the first practical head of the state in 1956. For 8 years, the queen or king of Britain, he was the head. I'm not saying they did because they wanted to make Pakistan as their slave. This proves that the division in 1947 happened in haste, in hurry furry. That's why a lot of people they forced to migrate to India and around 10 lakhs people, 1 million people, they died in this migration. Because if this there was no one died in India and Burma division because it happened. Parliament building was built in Burma. If people were knowing when Parliament building is built in Burma, then division will happen. But there was no parliament, there was no constitution, there was no prime minister, there was nothing in Pakistan. People were completely unaware that country will get divided. On 14th of August, I believe 10th or 11th of the August 1947, all of a sudden it was decided that this region will go to India and this region will go to Pakistan. All of a sudden. And there are only 3 4 days now to settle it down. In 3 4 days, means people now they came in hurry to go this side and that side, and a lot of people they died, killed. Then all of a sudden violence erupted. All of a sudden, okay, violence was there little bit, but all of a sudden big violence erupted, and then this nonsense happened. Anyway, I have something in written. I'll read it out. Then we will see more on it. Okay, Dominion of Pakistan that were declared and 14th August 1947, and this Dominion of Pakistan, and it was remained Dominion of as the name of Dominion of Pakistan till 23rd March 1956. 23rd March 1956 it became Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Prior to that there was no Pakistan at all. Okay, and this Dominion of Pakistan on 14th August 1947, it was created by the passing of the India Independence Act 1947. In British parliamentarian, they passed an act called India Independence Act, and that's how India became independent. India did not become independent like they kicked out Britishers. This is what is being taught to us. But there was an act in British Parliament called India Independence Act. That act was passed, and then only India became independent. Anyway, by the British Parliament. Okay, And yet the other part, Pakistan and Bangladesh, that was not acceptable to Jawaharlal Nehru. That is the problem. The Pakistan part and Bangladesh part, though were Muslim rich region, and Muslim people, they don't know much about English culture. Means they are Indian, they know Indian culture. They don't know much about English and American and British and whatsoever. That is their problem. Bangladesh people, they know Bangla, and Pakistan people, they know Punjabi. This is Punjab. So, or Baluch, or Sindhi, or Pashtun, they don't know that language. They know their culture. Anyway, the other big proof is 1947, when all of a sudden it was decided that that region will be, that region, two country did not become different country. That region was discarded by Jawaharlal Nehru all of a sudden. And in that sense, that region, the Baluch king, Baluchistan was a princely state kind of thing. The Baluch kings, in hurry furry, they reached Delhi and they met Jawaharlal Nehru, claiming what's happening. We are completely unaware that we will not be part of India. Historically, we are Indian. Then how all of a sudden you can say that we are not part of India? I mean, this much nonsense happened in 1947, 15th August time frame. India came out, other remained with Britishers only. Okay, so 1947 to 1952, the king of Pakistan was George VI. George VI, he was king of Britain. And 1952 to 1956, the king of Pakistan was Elizabeth II. These are the official documents. Pakistan was not ruled by prime minister or president. They were ruled by George VI and Elizabeth II. I'm not saying they are bad people, but all of a sudden they also did not understand. They thought that India is becoming, full region is becoming independent. They never thought that this is what Congress would do. And then all of a sudden they had to take care of the England, of the Pakistan. And anyway, Governor General of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah was Governor General of Pakistan, deputed by British. He was not president of or father of nation or whatever. Okay, 1947 to 1940, till his demise, Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the Governor General. 48 to 51, Sir Khwaja Nazibuddin. 51 to 55, Sir Ghulam Ahmed. And 55 to 56, Iskandar Mirza. Prime Minister, that is stamp Prime Minister, 47 to 51, Liaquat Ali Khan. 51 to 53, Sir Khwaja Nizamuddin. Nizamuddin, okay. And then 1953 to 55, Muhammad Ali Bogra. And 55 to 56, then there is one Mr. Chaudhry Muhammad Ali. Okay, 56, it became Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and all the princely state in Pakistan and Bangladesh region, they became part of Pakistan and Bangladesh, but they were enjoying their country altogether in 1950, like 1974, the last princely state was part of Pakistan. So it is not the way it was India. People think parallel. There was nothing called parallel. Okay, and in 1956, East Pakistan and West Pakistan came into the picture. People say in 1947, Pakistan came into the picture and Bangladesh was East Pakistan. That was very much not true. 1956, actually, Pakistan country came into the picture, and this was called East Pakistan and West Pakistan. We will talk more on it because these are the decision taken by Congress in 1947. All of a sudden, killing 1 million people crossing the border here and there, or 1.5 million of people. Not only that, this brought India to a extreme state of poverty. Now $1 is 87 rupee or 88 rupees, something like that. $1 is 300 Pakistani rupee. $1 is 120 Bangladeshi taka. 300 Nepal, Sri Lankan rupee. Nepali also more than one. This is the condition of Indian subcontinent nowadays. Poorest of the poorest. It happened because of all of sudden decision taken by the Congress in 1947 time frame. We will talk about it we will talk more on this very unfortunate incidents that happened, which left the India and in a kind of extremely ruined condition.